Just a wee little bit of goop adhesive, that'll keep it from rattling. I haven't turned this motor on yet. I'm not cheating on you guys. You're going to get to hear it for the first time with me. Well, it's raining outside, it's dark, and it's getting close to my bedtime. Tonight's a work night. Clean this chuck up in the parts washer. Get grease and chips and stuff out of it. I'll make sure and get some oil in it so it doesn't rust. And it's a little worn. I'm gonna see how it does. I might perhaps replace this chuck if I keep this drill press. I've got so much work in this drill press making it nice, and it is so nice. I'm going to have a hard time selling it, but I really need to make room. I've got a little bit of clay there that makes me wonder about it. JT3 taper up here. It's not chowdered up inside in the J3 taper bore. So there we go. You guys think it'll run? Let's get a belt on it. What do you say? And yes, it's true. The set screw goes into the keyway slot. See if I can get that lined up. Oh, I'm in an awkward spot, fellas. Oh. Oh, is that the right wrench? Yeah, right wrench. Right wrench, right roll. I think I got that lined up. Oh, I've got it on there upside down. How many of you noticed that? I'm looking for levelness of the belt here, which I think I'm about there. Brand new belt, by the way. I think it was about $4, $5 delivered. Oops, wrong wrench. That's still going uphill? Well, yeah, I believe it is. Just got the screw snugged. Let me get a straight edge. What do you think of them apples, huh? That looks pretty good. I think it still needs to go down. That's good enough. Okay. Now we gotta get the tensioner rod in here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wow. So I replaced this. Is this my new belt? This is not my new belt. Ordered me a 400V belt because that's what was on there. Wow. 3V400. It's too long. That's so unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to run this thing. Wow. I shouldn't have assumed that. Well, now I got to figure out what belt it takes. That's a bummer. So here's a belt out of a identical drill press that fits. FM37 it says. Doesn't sound like a belt size, proper belt size, but let's see how this goes on here. Wow, this one's too small. There you go. Yeah, just too small. How many belts am I going to have to order to get it right? Huh. I'll order as many as it takes, I can tell you that. Well, heck. So this is a 40-inch belt, this one I bought. And this is a 37-inch belt, no doubt, this FM37. So how can I estimate this? See, this 400, it just, as the motor starts to touch the housing here, it just kind of starts to get a little snug, okay? I could probably make it work, but it'll be bumping up against the housing. So if I get a 1-inch shorter belt, that'll be a 1/2 inch per side. I think she'll fit good, so I'm going to see if I can get a 3V39. Well, I wish I had another close belt to work with. So this 37, this 37, if it was 1/2 inch longer, look what I'm looking at here. I got this around the nut, this 37-inch belt. And if it was a 1/2 inch longer, it would be in the belt groove, maybe just barely, with the motor all the way in. I think it needs to be a full inch bigger than that. I think it's a 39. Let me get one ordered. Wow, look at this. This hose has got this sticky, wet, oily nastiness on the outside of it. I thought it was a Craftsman hose, but it doesn't say Craftsman on it anywhere. But I'm reading that all of the supposed natural rubber hoses do this, and it may be connected to wintertime. I've seen people mention that it happens more in the winter. This thing is filthy. I gotta wash my hands every time I touch it. It's going in the trash, and I'm going to replace it with Flexzilla. This is a 25-foot 3/8 hose. I don't buy that 1/4 inch garbage. Yeah, it's pretty bright. It's pretty green. But this is what it's going to be. I understand these don't, the plasticizers don't come out of these and make a mess. Look at that dirty spot. That's where my knee touched that hose while I was taking this fitting off of it. Look at all the crap this sticky thing's picked up. And I just wiped this crap off of it a couple of weeks ago. Nasty. Look how dirty my hands are already just from handling that nasty thing. Yuck. In the mail. I finally get my replacement belts. So remember, I bought a 40 because I had a 40, but I had never ran the drill press, so I didn't know it was too short. I'm sorry, too long. I borrowed off of this drill press its belt because it's substantially similar, and that was a 37. It was too short. Here's our 3V or 3/8 400, and we can see that it doesn't get tight. And the motor, even when you push it all the way out to where it hits the shroud, it isn't tight. Let's get rid of that. And let's try the 3L 390 or 39-inch belt. Proving once and for all, haha, look, looks good, that if you buy enough belts, you can end up with the right size. So that's cool, that works. Let's see if the 38 will work on here. Here's the 38. Now if it doesn't fit this drill press, I can use it on the drill press I borrowed the 37 from, because that drill press, its belt's way too tight. Wow. I don't know if I can get this on here or not. Got to go down one more. Oh yeah, I can get it on there, but look, no adjustment. No, the spring isn't working to tension it. It's over tight. So let's get that off here. We'll save that for the next drill press to be restored, possibly. We'll try it out and see if it fits. Put the 39-inch one back on here. Hey, that looks good. Let's run it like this. Let's see. You are going to see, for the first time with me, I think everything's off. Well, it didn't start. That's what I expected. So, there it is. Awesome. So my motor, I took all apart and rebuilt. It works. Pretty quiet. No rattlies. Let's see if the hood rattles. This might require some fine tuning. Ooh. Okay, so this is touching in here. You can see where it's rubbing. I knew that it was going to touch earlier, and I drove it down some. I could, feels like I got about a ½ inch between the bottom pulley, the bottom step pulley here. I could raise this up with some spacers, which is probably a good idea. But I'm going to go ahead and run that pulley down a little farther. Looks like it could go. Actually, there is a seat on the shaft. Maybe it's supposed to go all the way to the seat. No, that doesn't look good. Look how low it is. Kind of running down at an angle. Let's see what she runs like. Well, it runs quiet. May have to get a puller on that and raise that up. Let me do that. I don't like how low of an angle it is. It's not hitting the shroud. Probably fine enough, but I'm going to raise it up. Now you got to be careful when you're pulling on the flange of a sheave or a pulley. This is a steel one or a cast iron one, not a Zamac one, so that's probably a whole lot better. Now there was a machined edge down here that looked like it might be a step. When I ran it down there, it just kept going right on past it. Okay. Yeah, it's not touching. Doesn't look to be out of straight at all. Man, that sounds good. Oh, there's no light. Let me show you what I got for a light. Bob from the Bison Workshop found this light for me. So here's a screenshot of what bulb I purchased, $2.50 delivered. It's a 5-watt LED bulb, and they only had the 6,000 color temperature, which I always get the highest color temperatures I can find. We'll get it out of the box and show it to you. Now why, you might ask, would I get one of these bulbs when I probably had some kind of light bulb I could put in here? What I hate to see a light bulb. I don't want to see the element. It's just too bright and too distracting. So this bulb should fit entirely up in the headstock. Now if I used a regular light bulb, I would have the dome of the bulb down here, which that really interferes with your vision. You can see how close that socket is. There was really no easy way to move it up. And if it's still too bright, if I can see it, if it bothers me, I might put a grommet or something around here just to shield it from my eyes a little bit. Here's the camera right at my eye level to get the operator's view of the light. Ooh, it works. Now I can't see the light. Even when I come around to the side here, I can't see the element, but it's lighting up my table nicely. This is really a fantastic find and a great tip for a drill press. Let's turn it sideways. Probably still can't see it. Now if I get my head down, if I bend over a little bit, I can see it. So there it is with the, this is the camera like under my chin, just to give you an idea. And if you're that low, yeah, you can see it. So you should have ate your Wheaties, I guess. But still, a shield could be made to even hide that a little bit. But I don't think I need to. It's not at my eye level, so I'm very pleased with that. Nice smooth operating chuck. We'll drill an 1¼ inch hole here. See how we like it. And this is a Forstner drill bit out of a Warrior set. I haven't tried any of these yet. Might be too high a speed for it. I think it has plenty of power. What do you think? And that was almost certainly at too high of a speed. Didn't see any brown chips coming out. So that's fine. And now I've got some litter to redo the hamster cage. Actually, I don't have a hamster cage. Now one thing I'm not completely satisfied with is this key doesn't fit it as nice as I would like. So I'm in search of a better chuck key. Slipped in the chuck because I couldn't get it tight enough. This other drill press, its chuck key has, yeah, its chuck key looks a lot better. I have to go through all my chuck keys and see if I, yeah. Yeah, let's drill hard with it and see what it does. Properly tight. Here we go. Oh, didn't quite go all the way through. But that's okay. The drill never slipped. Man, that's a nice hole. Now she's all dirty. So remember, this was the drill press that had these all stripped out, and I had to make handles for it and drill and tap these to larger sizes, and I had to make a way of doing radial index drilling on my Atlas lathe, my 10-inch Atlas lathe. So if you want to see how I did that, look back through this shop series. I replaced all the fasteners with stainless steel everywhere. I made a 3D printed handle for cranking the table up and down. Here's the old broken handle. A lot nicer, huh? And this thing looked terrible. You see this rusty drill press back here? That's what this one looked like. And here's the other side of it. Button head fasteners here. I didn't like the sockets, so I put button heads in. I've got bushings here and the motor mount. Just everything is detailed and nice. That came out of there. I need to make a metal part. This is kind of a flexible plastic, which I don't like. I need to make a metal replacement for that. And the base. These were the first stainless steel fasteners I put in, and once I did that, I was stuck. I had to do them all that way. Here's one of my future rusty turds I'm going to restore. And there's the 37-inch belt. And we can see that you can get it on there, but it's awful tight. The motor's kind of pulled over into an angle. It's just not pretty. So I bought two belts. I was pretty sure the 39 would work for the fresh drill press, but just in case I bought this 38-inch because I knew I could probably use it here. Yeah, look at that. So now all I got to do is, ooh, that's all rusty. But I wouldn't have to move the motor far. Look at that. Yeah, that tightens up. So this drill press actually needs a 38-inch belt. So I'm not going to be missing out there. Listen how noisy that is. And it was probably worse with that other belt. Listen how quiet this one is. Isn't that nice? Yeah, so this is the end of a big project. I think I'm going to keep this drill press. I'm afraid if I went to sell it, I'd have a hard time selling it even for $200. It's so nice, so clean, and it's got a good story. You know, it was so rough when I got it. We had all thread in one of these. All these were stripped out. No balls on the handles. No return spring. Terrible cord. Replaced all the fasteners with stainless steel. It's really nice. I'm actually pretty proud of it. The chuck I cleaned up. This was actually rusty, and it's got 45-degree crosshatch knurling on it. I just put this down in the solvent and cleaned it real good in solvent, and then by hand went over the knurls with a wire brush and oiled it really good, and that's all it took to restore it. It really hasn't had any more than that. Works good. It's a phenomenal drill press. So I'll probably start on that one now. I need to get rid of some drill presses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the garage here. So I don't need that many drill presses. Nobody needs 7 drill presses. But you know, once in a while I see them inexpensive. Drill presses like this for, you know, a big tabletop drill press with a crank-up table. If they show up on Craigslist for $50 or less, I just go get them. Floor model drill press, those show up for $80 or less, I just go get them. I mean, it's no problem to clean them up and sell them. And that's how you can build up your workshop. You don't have to do as many things as I did here to make one nice. You can just Scotch-Brite all of the exposed metal, clean it really good, repair any things that are bad, and you know, you can flip a drill press like this for 125 to 150 all day long. Of course, this one's extra nice now, so I wouldn't be ashamed at all to ask $200 for this drill press. But I think I'm going to keep it. It's got a nicer chuck on it. It's little, and I've done it completely inside and out, every ball bearing. I'd be silly to get rid of this one. I'm going to go through the Morgan over there, or the Guardian. That's a Guardian. It's basically the same drill press, and I'll make it just as nice probably, but it'll go a lot faster because I don't have to make all these handles, and I won't have to spend as much money because I already have all the fasteners and spare fasteners and everything that we need to make that a nice drill press. So You can take a sow's ear and make a silk purse out of it. You really can. You just got to put some time and effort into it. A lot of people don't have a workshop because they choose not to do the work to earn the workshop, or they choose to spend their money on other things. So you want a workshop, do something about it. You got a $500 TV, you got a smoking habit, you got a car that's at the end of its payments. Drive it for a few months, take that payment money, put it into your workshop, buy some tools, make a great workshop for yourself so you can get out there and do projects. Choose yourself. Stop choosing to give your money to other people. Build up your own capabilities. This has been Dave on the Crafted channel. I hope you join me again. Subscribe to the channel. Share my videos. That makes the biggest difference of all. And we will see you in the workshop next time.